Hey, I am Terry Schwartz, and I'm here with the cast of Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, Bella Heathcote and Douglas Booth.
Hello.
We are here to talk about a super fun and funny movie that brings together the classic story of Pride and Prejudice if there was a zombie invasion that everyone had to fight and the Bennet sisters just had to be kick butt and survive, and Mr. Bingley and everyone else in the universe. So for you guys, when you were filming this, what was more fun to lean into? Sort of the insanity of Pride and Prejudice in this zombie setting, or the fighting and the zombies and the action?
Well, for me, it was the insanity of the setting, because Bingley actually was quite hopeless at fighting. I had my arse saved by you how many times? And that was really refreshing, was for it to be all about girl power, you know? And the girls were getting their chance to save me all the time, which was pretty cool.
I don't know, I really like the fighting, but I also get to have my love story with this one, so that was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, I was just all winning all round, basically.
Yeah. You're like, this is my dream role. I could do. And we were noting, I mean, Mr. Bingley has a gun in this poster.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get in on the action that much.
That was just to look badass, I think, for the poster, yeah. Misleading a little. But he does deal with a grenade at some point.
That's true. But he's
like a colonel in the army, so he does have weapons, but he's just always seems to get himself into trouble when he picks them up.
I mean, Pride and Prejudice, when it came out in the 19th century, was a very modern story about very modern women. Now we're jumping 2 centuries into our own modern day. So talk to me a little bit about creating this updated take on it, and sort of switching around the gender roles and having the women be fighters and stuff like that, instead of just being smart, sassy women in their time period.
Well, it's still a very updated story in a very, updated time. So, I feel like that still works. But yeah, no, the girls are great and we get to kick ass, and the love stories are still there. I think it feels modern because the relationships span all time, And
I feel that the bringing zombies into this story just kind of bring out the original themes from the book. They sort of accentuate them and they make them extreme. So that's cool.
I would agree with that. Having seen it, I would absolutely agree with that. Now, one thing that really struck me is how funny this movie is. It's super
Matt is
funny.
Hilarious.
Was there one scene that you guys just kept breaking takes and just kept not being able to
look, anything with Sally, basically. We had a lot of scenes with Sally and she did a lot of improv, and
Who plays our mother?
Sally plays
well,
my
not my mother. Yeah. Your mother.
Twist.
That was
No,
that would be weird.
It's a very modern story. No, no, Sally was great. She'd improv and she would just say the most hilarious things. There were lots of tits out for daddy references, and just every time she opened her mouth, basically I was biting the inside of my mouth just to keep a straight face. But Matt, actually, the dinner table with Matt, trying not to laugh at him. I mean, they're both just geniuses.
How much improv was there in this movie?
I feel like those two really went for it.
Those two kind of had the most sort of comedic characters. They kind of went for it, and Matt would just go off book and start making up stuff about muffins and stuff. But it's just so funny in the film. So yeah.
He said that he imagines in this world Mr. Collins just falls completely in love with Mr. Darcy, which I love reading that into the movie. But you guys have one of the 2 main romances in this movie. So talk to me a little bit about building that, especially with this crazy zombie apocalyptic backdrop, and making that believable in the movie.
It's so funny because I was watching it. I just saw the film on Friday, and I was watching the I feel like this isn't a spoiler, everyone knows. The kissing scene at the end, and I just remember us getting very competitive about
I was like, we will kiss better than them. We will kiss better than them. It will be better kiss.
So that's how we developed the love story, just pure competition. No, I don't know. I feel like it's there, it's there in the writing.
It's kind of the pure love story at the heart of it, and it's kind of it's the more fragile one. You get hurt, don't you?
Yeah, I think you get hurt too.
We both get really hurt, but because of the meddling Darcy.
But we bounce back.
I'm so glad you said that though, about that kissing sequence at the end, because I was like, holy cow, they are going for it. Everyone, I was like, this is some of the most intense making out I have seen on screen in a while, which maybe you would not expect from Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
No, it's a sexy film.
It's a sexy film. Yeah. Was there anyone who got so into the fighting and the fight training that you're like, holy cow, I did not expect you to be such a good fighter amongst the cast.
All of you girls were pretty awesome. You came back pretty...
Yeah, I got pretty into it. Lily, I remember being really blown away by Lily, and Suki's like, I've been doing karate since I was born. No, Ellie was really good at those like flip, yeah, whatever.
She'd be there on the side of the set like...
Technical term. Yeah.
What are they, like knitting needles or
I don't know what they were.
hairpins?
Yeah. She was pretty
I
good.
love
don't know,
seeing what they
everyone had their
used to fight
weapons.
with. Yeah, like Ellie kind of like pulled things out of her hair and they were like spinning these kind of sharp sticks. You just picked a candlestick up and were like whacking the crap out of...
I like to imagine
various
that your
zombies.
director Burstiers just like saw how awesome you guys all were, and so just kept adding scenes into it, because there were a lot of like training sequences added in when you guys are all fighting and like having this like iconic Pride and Prejudice argument while all fighting against each other.
Yeah, that was good.
It was super fun. Now, last question. This was a very modern story when it came out, as we already said, and funny enough, the word zombie wasn't even invented, like hadn't even been used when Pride and Prejudice first came out. So imagine Jane Austen was alive now and she saw this adaptation. What do you think that she would think of this take on this story?
I think she'd be into it. I mean, she was a modern woman. It's a modern story, and I think the things that were so important in her novel, like the relationships and the dynamics between the sisters and like the female empowerment aspect, they're completely intact, but just like heightened.
Yeah, I think she'd take it as a compliment.
I think so too. Well, thank you both so much for coming and chatting
Thank you
with
for
us here
having us.
today. Check out Pride and Prejudice and Zombies for all things Pride, Prejudice, Zombies, and more. Keep it here at IGN.